إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن نبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Inshallah, in today's halaqah, we'll be going over some of the etiquettes for Eid. Tomorrow, inshallah, will be Eid al-Adha. Eid, as we know, is a celebration, a happy time for the Muslim Ummah. In Islam, we have these two Eids, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. The Prophet ﷺ, when he arrived in Medina, he saw that the people, they had many different celebrations. And he said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has changed for you and given you something much better in return, these two Eids. So based on that, it's important as Muslims that you know what is permissible to celebrate and what is not permissible to celebrate. A person is graduating, for example, to have a party for a person that is graduating, that is okay to celebrate. If a person is traveling somewhere, a goodbye party, that is okay in Islam. But the issue is with certain celebrations that are repeated annually every year, and usually they have their roots in something that is completely alien to Islam, foreign. So if you look at celebrations such as Halloween, which is completely against many of the teachings in Islam, Christmas, Easter, even something such as birthdays, the origins of that is something that many scholars in Islam they have highlighted. So since we have these two Eids, it is very important that we as adults, we put in as much effort as possible to make sure that this Eid is something that the children really appreciate. If you think back to your own youth, when you were young, whenever it was Eid in your community, you would feel that. You would feel that all the time. So this is something that should be implemented every single Eid. Speaking about the etiquettes of Eid, the first thing to remember is on the day of Eid, it is sunnah for the person to take a shower, to make a ghusl that morning, to prepare themselves, clean themselves, and for the men to wear perfume, cologne, something that smells nice, atal, so that when you leave the house, you leave not only looking good, but smelling good as well. Another important point about the Eid is that it is not a must to buy new clothes for Eid. Some people, they think that buying new clothes and Eid, they go hand in hand. It's not a must. There's nothing wrong with buying new clothes and making someone happy, or making yourself happy. But as long as you clean your clothes and you wear the best clothes that are available, then that is accepted. On the morning of Eid, the two Eids are slightly different in terms of preparation. Eid al-Fitr, we are following the footsteps of the Prophet ﷺ. He used to make sure to eat at least dates before leaving on Eid al-Fitr, the one after Ramadan. But this Eid, the sunnah is the opposite, so that you delay your food, your breakfast, after the Eid Salah. The best way is the first thing that you eat is from the sacrifice if you are sacrificing. However, this is important to mention and to keep in mind. If you're dealing with young children, you don't make it difficult upon them. It might be some time before you're able to eat breakfast after Eid Salah, especially if Eid Salah here is about 8:30 and people wake up early. So children, they should eat if it becomes a problem for them to delay it that long. When it comes to the takbirat, this is another thing that is slightly different between the two Eids. The takbirat of saying Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, wa lillahi alhamd. Eid al-Fitr, you start at the night of the Eid until the Imam arrives for the Salah, for the Eid Salah. And at that time, the takbirat and they stop. Whereas this Eid, the takbirat, they start from the beginning of the Hijjah until the end of Ayyam Tashriq, the 13th of the Hijjah. This is the open takbirat that you can say wherever you are. So even after Eid Salah tomorrow, you should continue making the takbirat. And also, when you're traveling to the venue, the musalla where we're going to pray, it's important to get into that atmosphere where you say the takbirat, so people around you say the takbirat. Often what happens is you might be in the car driving with your whole family, and that whole journey you have not even said takbirat even once. So this is an encouragement, a reminder for us to keep engaged in the takbirat on the way and even after Salat Eid. When it comes to one of the sunan, the etiquettes of Salat Eid, or that day in particular, the khutbah, you've noticed that the salah is prayed first and then there's a khutbah afterwards. The khutbah in both Eids, it is not a must for a person to listen to. It's optional. Whereas the khutbah on Yom al-Jum'ah, it is a must. Not only that, but if you talk during the khutbah on Yom al-Jum'ah, then your salah or that Jum'ah is not accepted. But this does not mean that when you go for the Eid Salah, that you don't respect people around you. If you don't want to listen to the khutbah, then fair enough. You can go outside the venue and you can socialize. But the problem is, every year, people, as soon as their salah is over, the sound, the voices, they increase, and many people, they struggle to listen to the khutbah itself. So this is a gentle reminder for brothers and sisters to try their best. It's never ever going to be as silent as like on a Jum'ah, because it's a completely different atmosphere. But at least if you try yourself and not care about what the person next to you is doing, if everyone thinks about themselves, then inshallah it will be improved. A part of Eid is giving gifts. Part of Eid is giving gifts. And the Prophet ﷺ told us, tahadu tahabu, meaning when you give gifts, it is a means for people to love each other, or for that love to increase. So whether those gifts are to one's wife or to one's children or just Muslims in general, it is something that should be implemented. Doesn't mean that you have to go and buy a gift for everyone in the masjid, but at least if you select a few people and you give them gifts, this is from amongst the things that are that helps make Eid special. The scholars in Islam, they say, if you are able to walk to the Eid venue, then you should do so and avoid traveling on a vehicle or something like that. But because it's difficult for many of us, there's nothing wrong with driving your car. It would be good if people carpool and as many people as possible get into the same car. But strictly speaking, the sunnah is that when you take one way to the Eid Salah, you take another way back, and that helps the exposure of showing the Muslims celebrating this. So not everyone takes the same way to the Musalla and the same way back. There are many benefits of the Eid. The Eid is one of the few prayers where the Prophet ﷺ emphasized that every single person should come. No one is to be left at home. Even the very old, even the very young, babies, newborn, who don't know anything, they are brought to the Musalla. Women, even if they are women or girls, if they're having their period in that period of the month, even they come out to the Musalla. They do not engage in the prayer itself, but it's about that atmosphere, it is about that brotherhood, that sisterhood that is created. On a final note, one thing to remember with both Eids is that Eid is a celebration. And what is it a celebration of? What is it that we are celebrating? People, they think that we are celebrating in Ramadan, that now we can start eating again. That might be a small portion, but the reason is mentioned in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلِتُكْمِلُوا الْعِدَّةَ وَلِتُكَبِّرُوا اللَّهَ عَلَى مَا هَدَاكُمْ. That what we're showing gratitude mainly, there's many aspects to it, but what we're showing gratitude for mainly is this hidayah, this the guidance that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed upon us. Islam as a whole. And this is why from the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ in the Eid khutbah, he used to speak about many different topics concerning the whole religion, to show people that this religion is complete, to show the people the beauty of the religion in Islam. And congratulating each other for Eid, Tahniyatul Eid, it is something that is established in the Sunnah and from the Prophet ﷺ, and the companions, they used to hug each other, shaking hands is also fine, and this is again, it helps that connection between brothers and sisters between sisters. Inshallah, we'll stop here.